Dirty money to clean money, yes, it goes far. These niggas ain't got no game, they hustling backwards. They ain't understanding the facts, these niggas are actors. Another chapter revealed, another page turned. If it has nothing to do with me, then it's not my concern. How much money I can earn as this world turns. It's about the profit and what the game is in return. If you sitting at this table, then it's on my terms. We burn roaches in the matrix, home and fish burn. The bloodline of Burpee that has been reborn. There's principalities in this, so call me big word.
I'm sitting on business. I ain't got no time for the fake shit. Cause I'm sitting on business. Come on, hustle so relentless, yeah.
I'm on the money making mission, dog is necessary. Doing work now, I got a big heavy bag to carry. You can't compare me with the rest, all we not the same. Switching lanes, shifting gears, leave you burning in the flames. I'm legendary, yo, lyrically something sinister. MC conditioner, captivating the listeners. I leave my signature on anything I touch. Nothing similar, I'm out of the ordinary. I must, extraordinary, I must stand out for the regular. Stay original, I keep it hot and raise the temperature. I'm moving like a predator, on the hunt for the kill. Got the trunk thumping, rolling in the clean, coop the field. Got my soldiers on the field, and we down for whatever. Hear the sound banging, round shaking, no one does it better than J Venge and Dirty Low. Making dough on the go, all about that cheddar, getting paper, circling the glow.
I'm sitting on business. I ain't got no time for the fake shit. Cause I'm sitting on business. Come on, hustle so relentless, yeah. I'm sitting on business. I ain't got no time for the fake shit. Cause I'm sitting on business. Come on, hustle so relentless, yeah.
Yo. What's going on?
Paper, circling the glow.
We're live.
Sitting on business. I ain't got no time for the fake shit. Cause I'm sitting on business.
What's going on? What's going on, people?
Come on, hustle so relentless.
There's some exercise burpee chat on the subject matter on expectations. How it can lead to resentment from your peers, your family, your parents. What's going on, people? Comment, engage. What's going on? Where you calling in from? Leave a comment. You've seen the subject matter that I want to talk about. Interact with me. Who's online?
If it has nothing to do with me, then it's not my concern. How much money I can earn as this world turns. It's about the profit and what the game is in return. If you sitting at this table, then it's on my terms. We burn roaches in the matrix, home and fish burn. The bloodline of Burpee that has been reborn. There's principalities in this, so call me big word.
I'm sitting on
What's going on? There's people in. Leave a comment.
I ain't got no time for the fake shit. Cause I'm
Leave a comment. Where you calling in? Where you dialing in from?
come on, hustle so relentless.
Ask me about burpees. Ask me about my programs. Ask me anything. Leave a comment, ask. Whatever it is you want to ask. Let's go. There's got to be someone who wants to ask a question.
On anything I touch, nothing similar, I'm out of the ordinary. I must, extraordinary, I must stand out for the regular. Stay original, I keep it hot and raise the temperature. I'm moving like a predator, on the hunt for the kill. Got the trunk thumping, rolling in the clean, coop the field. Got my soldiers on the field, and we down for whatever. Hear the sound banging, round shaking, no one does it better than J Venge and Dirty Low. Making dough on the go, all about that cheddar, getting paper, circling the glow.
Yo. What's going on? Who's in the building? Say hi, say hello. Who's in the building?
I'm sitting on his knees. I ain't got no time for the friendship. 'Cause I'm sitting on his knees. Come on, hustle so
Bit of a live. Anyone wants to train, exercise? I've got a program for you. The program is ready. The program is live. Whoever's looking to do bodyweight calisthenics, who wants to get started on their journey, I've got a program for you. If you want it, it's obviously free of charge. I'll just share the link in a Google Drive link and you can have access to my programs. If you want to start your journey or you want to ask any questions, let me know.
Come on, hustle so relentless. Yeah.
I'm on the money making.
Let me know. Who's dialing in?
Now I got a big heavy bag to carry. You can compare me with the rest.
Anyone want the programs? I'll stay live until a few people ask for the programs.
MC conditioner captivating the listeners. I leave my signature on anything I touch. Nothing simpler.
I'm in a cold one today. It's been a good week. Training wise, it's been a good week. Bro, go to sleep. It's only 10:56, bro. Nah, man. I'm in UK time, 10:56. I'm a late sleeper, man. Early wake up, late sleeper. I only need about 5-6 hours and I'm good to go.
I'm sitting on his knees. I ain't got no time for the friendship.
10:50, it's nearly 11 o'clock here. I'll give it about another 3 hours and then I'll go to bed. 1 a.m., 2 a.m, up at 8 o'clock, ready for the day ahead. Ask any questions. Let's go. Ask any questions and then I'm going to talk about expectations and whether you've got expectations in your life from childhood and how that can lead to resentment and a disconnection from your peers, your parents, and how you are carrying those expectations today in your life and how it could impact you. That's the topic of discussion. Are you a tarot guy? What's a tarot? What do you mean by that? What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Who's got a question about burpees?
Morning, Ron.
And calisthenics training? Who's got a question?
Good. Make time to feed your inner happiness.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Art here. We're here to train, so get into it real quick. Like I always say, right, nobody gives a fuck.
Someone's got a question. Ask away, man.
Rep City, where there ain't nothing pretty. Nobody gives a fuck, dog. It's time to get busy. Welcome to Rep City, yeah. Welcome to Rep City, yeah. Welcome to Rep City, where there ain't nothing pretty. Nobody gives a fuck, dog. It's time to
Burpee
get
questions.
Welcome to Rep City, yeah.
Burpee chat.
Welcome to Rep
Let's go. Who's got a question about burpees? Who's got a question about exercise? Can't watch without commenting. Comment. Right, so no one watching me just staring into space. Ask me a question. Study with the great to learn a style that's hard to copy. Make the connection, pay attention to detail. On this trail, my obsession's training to never fail. Welcome to Rep City, where there ain't nothing pretty. Nobody gives a fuck, dog. It's time to get busy. Welcome to Rep City, yeah. Welcome to Rep City, yeah. Welcome to Rep City, where there ain't nothing pretty. Nobody gives a fuck, dog. It's time to get busy. Welcome to Rep City, yeah. Welcome to Rep City, and yo. I'm an alpha male, doing work on a massive scale. Not for sale, cause my microphone is the holy grail. Yeah, we sharp as nails, hard as stones, so fall back. Cause in the zone we roam together just like a wolf pack. Built for battle on the gravel, handle the
Residue.
It's on the channel,
Victor GMS. Yo, yo. Thanks for leaving a comment. Anthony Steinhardt. Unfortunately not, my friend, for you. Sorry, my friend, for letting you down. Sorry, my friend, for letting you down. They ain't related to burpees. Come on, you know that. Residue. Victor GMS, where you calling him from? Where you dialing him from? Love and direct from California, bro. Nice. California. Are you dialing in? You talking? Have you seen the subject I want to talk about? Mental health related, or do you want to talk about burpees? I was going to do a short video on expectations. You list exhibit. Nice. I don't know if you've heard of Jay Vengeance. I've got a bit of Jay Vengeance on. Listening to a bit of that. And then I'll talk about what I want to talk about. So tell me, Anthony, do you train? What do you do? Do you train? Do you work out? What training do you do? Do you go down to a gym? Do you do body weight? What is it that you do? Nah, my friend, unfortunately not. Disappointing for you, my friend. Sup, lizard man. Reagan, yo. Anthony, man, I feel sorry for you, bro. I feel sorry for you, my friend. Reagan, sup, lizard man. What's going on, Reagan? Where you calling him from? Where you dialing him from? Reagan, do you train anything? Burpees, calisthenics? What's the best workout plan for bulking up? Stressing the muscles. Anything that stresses the muscles. So you can lift all the weights, lift all your weights. Obviously, that's the best way. But if you want to be functional, high rep dips, high rep pull-ups, high rep push-ups. Doing dips with weights. So if you got... if you want to do just body weight and be functional, agile and strong at the same time, do weighted dips, weighted pull-ups, weighted push-ups, weighted squats, explosive work as well. So you're stressing the muscle fibers such as jump squats, plank to jump squats, jumping lunges, you name it. Anything that's explosive and heavy outside of weight training, the muscles, you'll bulk up. You'll bulk up. The thing is, you look athletic as well. It's not like when you go to the gym, you bulk up and you take an injection and boom, you want to get big. There's no point. You miss out on the benefits of being agile and strong. What are you doing? I'm in South Africa. I'm smoking a cig. Full fat wheelies on a motorcycle. Fair play, man. Fair play. That's good. Namaste, my friend. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. Nice to hear. Just doing a bit of exercise burpee chat. And then I'll go into the subject I want to talk about for about 10-15 minutes and just put it out there for anyone who wants it. Actually, advice for getting myself to the gym. Get up and go. That's it. There's no advice to it. End of the day, if you want it, you'll do it. If you don't want it, you won't do it. Simple as that. There's no way around it. if you want to, if you look at yourself and you want to bulk up, you have a goal, you have a vision, you work towards that goal and vision. But if you say, no, I'm lazy, nobody can help you. Simple as that. Cutthroat answer, my friend. There's no no sort of way around it other than getting yourself there, building the habit, instill that discipline. And that discipline will be in such a way where you won't need to think twice about going to the gym. Yeah, I'm well, thanks. I hope you are as well. Protein, just food. Lots of eggs, salmon, meat, chicken. Sometimes I have peanut butter as well. So mine's just food. Large amount of food of like a protein meal. It's not exactly a carnivore diet. Eggs as well. It's not exactly a carnivore diet, but my sources come just from food. I don't take any supplements or anything. I don't believe in any of that. It's just artificial stuff you're putting inside your body that's what I believe. So as long as you keep eating good amount of protein each and every time that your protein needs to build muscle and recovery, then you're onto a winner. Finally can stress out the muscles in your training as well. Yeah, fruit's good as well. Fruit is great. It's sort of healthy carbs, and healthy sugars as well. So it's good. It's really good. Right, bit of burpee chat. Then I'm gonna speak about expectations. How expectations impact us and our relation to our families. Chris, salute, my friend. How are you, bro? I'm just doing a bit of a burpee chat for any questions anyone's got. And how many times a week for protein? Eat protein every day, every single day. Have as much protein as you can. Not as much protein as you can, but in your 3-week meals, at least have some protein in the morning. Maybe eggs and avocado in the morning. Have some chicken in the morning, lean chicken in the morning with maybe healthy carbs, sweet potato or rice, and then mix it up in the evening as well. So I usually have eggs and avocado for lunch. I have oats, Greek yogurt, blueberries, strawberries, all in the morning. How many times a week to exercise? You don't need to exercise for. I mean, it depends what your target is, to be honest. I don't want to say 4 to 5 times a week, but it's not about how many times you go to the exercise. It's how much effort you exhaust in the training. So if you go 3 times a week and you say, you know what, but I go those 3 times a week and I exhaust those muscles out and I stress them out so much that it's 100%, 110% max effort, then you've got, then you can go 3 times a week, 4 times a week. But if I say to you, go 6 times a week and you only go to the gym and smash out a few curls and a few shoulder presses, it's just a waste of time. So I don't believe in the question, how many times should you go to the gym a week? At the end of the day, it depends on your goals. If you can achieve your goals in 3 days a week, you go 3 days a week or 4 days a week. It depends on what your role is. Chris, how are you, my brother? Hope everything's well. You're cranking out the weighted vest routines and the large reps of Navy SEALs and squats. It's really, really inspiring, my friend. Really, really inspiring. So keep it up. Egg, chicken, yeah. I won't say. I mean, to be fair, eggs and avocado, some vegetables helps. Sometimes I have salmon for lunch as well, and sweet potato, mushrooms as well as vegetables. And you can even have chicken in the evening as well. You have your oats and your sometimes I have rice cakes with peanut butter as well as a pre-workout snack as well. So there's a lot of different ways in which you can incorporate protein in your diet. Just don't eat stupid, what I'm trying to say is don't go to think you want to get bulky and go to restaurants and grab a burger and pizzas and all that stuff. It's just, you're just putting rubbish in your body just to get bulky. Don't believe in that shit. Just eat good amount of protein and sort of high not high, sort of high calories, you know, good portion sizes. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I mean, I had a workout today. I did a quick 20-minute routine, body weight with kettlebells. Didn't record it because it was in the dark. But yeah, I've got a few programs lined up. Chris, if there's any of those programs, I mean, I've released a library. If you ever want it, if you want to check out any exercise or any routines that you want to do on there, please shout and I'll happily send you the link. It's just like different kind of routines, like long cards, body weight exercises for like 20 minutes for like cardio, and other exercises that require equipment as well. So dumbbells, kettlebells, pull-ups, dips, all combined. So if you want it, then let me know, bro, and I'm happy to give it to you. I have a fast metabolism, never seem to put on weight. That's the problem. I have a fast metabolism as well. And I guess I'm quite happy with my weight, but I would have liked to have put on a bit more weight. The way I see it is just increase your portion and your intake of food. Increase your food intake. That's probably what I'd say. But good meals, you know, don't just eat any sort of rubbish, you know. Increase your portion sizes. That's what I've tried to do. But I think I'm still a quite healthy weight. So, but yeah, I don't. It's good to have fast metabolism as well. That's the good thing. You know, you don't want to be at an age where your metabolism slows down, then you can't eat that much. Oh, sorry, no, you can eat, but then you keep your body keeps the score. Your body keeps the score. Your body stores it as fat. You know, it depends obviously what you eat. You know, so increase your portion sizes and have good, healthy fuel, healthy carbs, healthy proteins. But don't just stuff yourself with pizzas and burgers and artificial food that you get from restaurants and outdoors. So that's the way I'd see it. Keep your food clean and be consistent. AT, sorry, man, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you back here. I'm just doing a bit of exercise and burpee chat, and then I'm gonna chat just briefly about the topic that I want to speak about. But I'll stay live for a bit longer and interact. Yeah, okay, Chris. What I'll do is let me know. Actually, if you go to my channel, it says your workout challenge is available now. That video, if you go on my channel, you should be able to see it. In the description, there's a Google Drive link. So click on the Google Drive link and there should be a PDF. There's a PDF, you can download that and use it. And there's a feedback sheet as well. So in case there's anything in terms of, if you look at the workouts and you think maybe there's something else you want to see, or you see there's further improvements, then let me know. I'll adapt it and make it better. But download it from that video on my channel. And there's a Google Drive in the description. So pick it up. It should automatically, when you open it, you should be able to get that straight away. So let me know what you think about it. I look forward to hopefully you doing something. If you record it, it'd be really, really good, man. I'd really, really appreciate if you do try them out. You'll be an honor, to be honest, man. So give it a go. What did you work on today, my friend? Did you do anything? I mean, I saw you uploaded a video a couple of hours ago. But what else you got going on today? 2 meals a day for me and snacks. Yeah, good snacks. The snacks, I have rice cakes, like I said, rice cakes with peanut butter and banana. I have obviously nuts sometimes as well. So cashew nuts, peanuts, but not a lot. I don't really have a lot of those foods. But yeah, they're good snacks. And obviously you've got your fruit and everything. Greek yogurt is a snack as well. So, you know, you can either have 2 meals and snacks in between. But it's all about the food you eat. It's all about having clean fuel. If you put clean fuel in your body, you can't go wrong. You know, because you'll still feel good. You won't feel tired. You won't feel your energy's been exhausted. You won't feel that your sugar levels have spiked so high that you then lose energy throughout your day ahead. But if you keep your food clean, then you won't feel tired. You know, your sugar levels will stay neutral, and they wouldn't the foods that you eat wouldn't need to take the sugar so much so that it tries to let's say double the activity to be able to digest your food, you know, whilst you're feeling tired and stuff. So I'll download it now. Thank you for hard work on this. Thanks, brother. Let me know what routines you like and which routines you've done. I really appreciate you giving it a try. Trying to eat more green these days, like salad, but still eat meat regularly, but cutting down on red meat. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Yeah, having salad's good, but like, I mean, salad, have it as a side dish because there's not a lot of nutrients. I don't feel like, in terms of protein, there isn't much in vegetables as well, but then have vegetables on the side. But eat regularly is good. I don't have red meat, to be honest, a lot. I've heard people say that having red meat's good, but I've not really had a lot of red meat. So I sort of have sort of thigh and breast fillets with my food. Some have as Indian curries as well, because obviously I'm Asian, so we have Indian curries as well. Victor, do you do any sports? I used to play cricket when I was younger. I did boxing just before COVID. So I did boxing for about 5-6 years when I was about 24. No, about 23, 24, up to about 30 years old. But now it's just pure training of my calisthenics routines and programming and everything like that. So I don't really play sports. I mean, the odd time I'll throw round my arm over to bowl, playing cricket and everything, but that's really much it. I was thinking about going back to the boxing gym as well. So that's one thing I'll probably consider. But at the moment, I'm quite happy with my burpees and my workouts actually. Rather, I don't do always burpees, but that's the cornerstone of my training. But yeah, I smashed an email this morning: 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and 4 pull-ups, 50 minutes, and then on my lunch hit 100 Navy SEAL burpees. Nice, man. Good work. That's some really great volume, man. Really, really great volume. You're looking swole as well. Looking good. React to the man who sold the world by. React to the man who sold the world. I don't understand what you mean by the last bit. React to the man who sold the world by. Is that a book or is that a quote or something? But that's good, man. That's 10 push-ups, 10 squats, and 4 pull-ups, 15 minutes. I mean, I haven't done EMOMs a lot. I mean, any EMOMs that I do are more burpee specific. Oh, okay. It's a song. Okay. Got it. So, yeah, I mean, I used to, when I started my burpee journey, I used to crank out like 200 of Navy SEALs, 205 pumps and 301 pumps and all of that. I've been blessed and thankful that I'm being able to create my own programs that I can challenge myself with, which I continue to do a lot. So I'm really honored that I'm blessed with that capability to be able to do that. So I'm hoping to share more programs. I will probably do a beginner program for people as well, in the hope that people will use that as a way to train and exercise. But I probably need to build a bit more of a following, I think, for that to happen. So I'll have to see how I can change my channel a little bit so I can get more of a following and see who is interested in sort of a beginner style manual. And then we'll see if that drops with people. You're welcome, Chris. It's called A Band by Navona. Okay, I get it. Cool. So I'm going to chat a little bit about what I wanted to speak about. And that's chart expectations leading to resentment. I'm going to try and give it sort of about 15-20 minutes, and then I want to talk about this. I think it's a really important topic. And I've got some notes on my screen. So expectations that can lead to resentment. But what we're saying by that is, if as a child you were placed with a high level of expectation in your life and you were molded into a person who needs to consistently achieve and work so hard in order to achieve, then that is something that you're carrying from childhood. You got to go. All right, my man. No worries, man. So by that I mean, if your child, so if you've been, if as you were growing up as a child, you either saw lots of money coming home, or you were told that, or you were questioned whether you are capable of achieving a certain status, or your parents or your peers were of a certain class or a certain status, and then as time has grown up in childhood, that trauma is what you carry because you've had to work so hard just in order to feel that validation. So by that I mean, when we're adults, as adults, if we've been told in childhood that we can't aspire to be anything, or we cannot achieve the status that was set upon us when we were children, we will always continue to be able to try and achieve that, or to be able to get that validation that we are capable of achieving what we were told that we can't achieve. So if your barrier has been set so high, and you've struggled with that expectation, then that's very difficult for you to carry, because I've been in a position where I've had to work so hard just in order to feel like a sense of security and validation, knowing that I'm doing enough. Am I doing enough? Just to receive that validation from the people or the persons who said I wouldn't aspire to anything. So it wasn't more like aspire to, it's more of a case of, this is the bar. Can you reach this bar? But it wasn't in a tone of, we will help you get there. It was more of a question or a challenge in a narcissistic way to say, are you capable of doing this? I don't think you're capable of doing this. You are not good enough to be able to get to this status. It's like, show me you're capable, show me you're capable. But it was in a sort of form of a narcissistic trait. And that, in the sense, is more a case of, it's not a case of pushing you, because if you want to be pushed as a child to be able to achieve something, you would do it, or your peers or parents would do it in such a way where they would lead you, hold your hand and support you throughout that journey to get to where you want to. But the toxic trait of childhood is that competition. Are you good enough? You are not good enough to aspire or get to this bar. So that's not really a motivation when you think of it. When you think of it as a child, you think of it as that you're not worthy or you're not good enough, in effect. And then we carry that trauma throughout our childhood up until when we get older as adults. And the outcome of that is working so much and so hard, where you will always try to aspire to work until you think it's enough. But the problem is that there is no bar to what's enough. How much, I heard a saying which was, how much money is enough? How much work, how much effort is enough? Because what you're doing is you're filling a hole inside of you where you are looking to achieve and aspire to that level that was bestowed upon you in childhood. And you will try so hard to get to a point where you want to be able to achieve that. But at the end of the day, what you've got to strip down the layers is that you are actually seeking validation from your peers so that they can be proud of you, of your efforts. But then you look at things as a competition around people. I can do better than them. I can do better than them. And all you're wanting from all of this effort is just a validation from the people that were in your childhood for them to accept you for who you are. Can you believe that? So all that effort you put in for work, all that effort is a trauma bond of the fact that you weren't good enough as a child because your father or your peers or your mother made you feel that way. So I was always put down all my life by everyone. I guess they was all wrong to do that. They always made me feel like I'm nothing. I guess it messed with my head. Yeah, it does. It does mess with your head, because then it's those questions that regurgitate in your head every time you do something. Have I done enough? Am I good enough? What does good enough look like? Nobody knows what good enough looks like because you're still aspiring to beat those demons or be able to, you see it as a competition to go, you know what, I am better than those guys and I'm going to win. But at the end of the day, when time goes on, you're going to realize that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter who wins or who loses. The issue is that you are putting in so much effort, to exhausting so much effort just for someone to hear you and see your efforts so you feel validated. Do you remember Gobbly Penguin? Yeah, I remember you from the other day, my friend. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm talking about expectations, and that can lead to resentment. At the moment, I'm talking about how expectations in childhood impacts us as adults. Now I'm going to talk about how it can lead to resentment from your parents or your peers or who your childminders were in childhood. So resentment is from the perspective of your peers or your parents. So in childhood, when you are raised as a child, they will have certain expectations of you. Well, this is from my sort of experience and background is you will have the peers, your peers and your parents or your role models will have certain expectations, or they will want you to meet their expectations, and they will aspire and think about the future of, I'm going to raise my kids to be able to do X with me, whether it's run a business or play sports or whatever it is. They set a precedence in their mind that I'm going to raise my kids to be able to do exactly what I want them to do. And when that doesn't happen, they are resentment to their children for failing them, because their children failed them. So in their mind, in their illusion, is that this is how my son is going to grow, right? And when it doesn't happen, that's when they start to feel resentment towards their children, to say, my kids didn't do this. I can't believe my kids haven't done that. I am so sad that my kids haven't done X, and whatever they feel in that way, because their, if you like to call it, authority has been undermined, right? So if your parents or your caregivers are resentful towards you right now and today, that is not our fault, because we weren't raised in one direction, or we weren't raised, or we were not expected, or we shouldn't have been raised under the control of a toxic person or a person who holds narcissistic traits, because ultimately that's a form of narcissism and a form of control. I'm going to bring up my kids, so I want them to do what I want them to do. So they have their own vision, they have their own purpose, and they live through their children. So can you imagine if I was a father and I had my kids and I was growing them up, and I had a vision and a purpose saying, this is exactly how I'm going to raise my kid. And they have an end goal attached to it. My kids are going to be like this. And when it doesn't happen, they don't think of it as, I made a mistake by actually getting my children to be a certain way and mold them a certain way. But what they do is they resent their kids for not following their lead. And that is a toxic trait. And that's the problem with those who have been brought up in that environment, is because then we see it as our fault. Is it our fault that we didn't uphold the expectations of our parents? And that's what, that you carry that sort of guilt. And when you carry that guilt, that never leaves you. And you have to unlearn the stories and narratives that you were told in childhood, which was my parents set these expectations and I'm not meeting them because they're disappointed in me. When in effect, they're only disappointed in you because of the expectations that they set for themselves, not that you set. So when you apply boundaries and say, I'm going in my own direction, they're not going to like it because you've undermined their authority and control. So you've got to look at resentment. If resentment comes from your parents and peers, you've got to recognize that it's not your fault. They set themselves up to feel like this. We were just innocent human beings feeling a certain way. We were living life a certain way. We were seeing things a different way, and our direction was different. And that's not a bad thing. Everyone has their own direction and purpose in life. So make sure that that toxic behavior doesn't manifest into guilt, because when you manifest it into guilt, you're basically manifesting that guilt into something that wasn't your fault in the first place. So why are you feeling guilty about it, right? Women, oh God, women. Well, the thing is with women, it's expectations do play a part in it. I don't think that's a bad thing in a way, but it's a way in which expectations are portrayed. If they uphold certain expectations and they place it upon you that you have to meet them, that's not right for you. That's toxic as well. However, if they uphold certain expectations everyone does have expectations, to be honest, but if someone bestows those expectations upon you and demands you achieve them, they're going to end up disappointed. But the problem is we have to be smart as men to not get emotionally involved in those relationships, because when we are involved in those relationships emotionally, then we will do what we can in order to satisfy our woman, even though it's wrong because they've set the expectations on the relationship. So it's really important that if you are with someone who upholds those expectations, I'm not saying bail out, but take a detour and consider who you're spending the rest of your life with. Bro, my child mind introduced me to Class A when I was a child and herb and alcohol. I really did mess up for a long time too, and I'm not afraid to say so. Yeah, I mean, humility and accountability is two fundamentals in a man that are probably not in about 80% of men. I'm probably going to factor a guess. If you show humility towards yourself, be kind towards yourself, but also uphold your account and be accountable for your mistakes, then that's the true definition of a man, in my opinion. Everyone messes up. It's about holding yourself accountable of the mistakes that you've made and not shield away from blaming other people and going to victim mentality. But then when you spend time on your own, you're going through a healing stage when you disband from all of these detachments. So then you heal, and then eventually what you'll notice is that your mind becomes a lot more clearer. Your mind, then you will also understand what your mission and purpose is in life, and how you want to live, in effect. You know, the environment around you, the energies around you, the people that you want to interact with. So healing is basically sitting with yourself, or without anyone gaslighting you or whatnot, sitting within yourself and listening to yourself each and every day. What is your mind telling you? What is it that you want? Because ultimately, when you sit and connect and watch your thoughts and then your direction, you will automatically know what path you head down. Yeah, you've healed now. That's good. But like, I mean, healing doesn't have a proper journey. I mean, sorry, let me say that again. Healing doesn't have a ceiling to say, yeah, I'm healed. What you're probably saying here is, I have disconnected from my past. Yes, there may be some connections or links that may make you feel or connect you back to the past. But if you've disconnected from your past, then that's the main part of the healing journey. So congratulations to you, my man. In order for you to do that, that's a really, really big achievement. Lots of times, though, shaping kids from a young age to do a good thing can be successful and could make them a good person. I mean, it's just a matter of open-minded the parents are. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, like in this generation, if you try to control and manipulate your kids into doing something that you want, then you won't really get very far. I guess in those days, there was definitely in my culture, there was a linear approach to living, which was you would have education, you'd get your grades, you'd get married very early, you would have kids, have a family, and then you would just continue to live life with your family. There was always a linear approach to that in terms of my culture. But molding children at a young age to teach them respect, to teach them what good values are, teaching them good habits, making them a well-rounded human being is what makes a successful person, in my opinion. Yes, you can have materials, lots of money, etc. But fundamentally, you can have all of these possessions. But if you're not a nice person, you haven't won in life, in my opinion. It's really important that you grow as a human being, as a good human being. So if you are shaped in a young age to, so I'm just reading lots of times. Yeah, shaping kids. Yeah, shape them into being good people, in effect. Obviously, the hardworking qualities, hardworking capabilities are also very important. Absolutely agree. But you need to be beneath the surface. You need to be a good person. In my childhood, there were days when nobody in my family had time for me because they were too busy working. Yeah, I had that as well. Emotional neglect. So if you wanted something from your parents, you didn't get it. Therefore, you shut down your emotions. And in childhood, and as you grow up, you then had the belief that your emotions never really matter. So that then manifests itself into hiding from what you're feeling from other people and not being able to be confidently express yourself and be vulnerable in the outside world to people that you can trust. If in childhood you were listened to, somebody said, you tapped on your shoulder, go, Mom, something's wrong, etc., and your parents were attentive, your emotions did matter, and then you would have no problem expressing your emotions today. But because of you emotionally neglected as a child, you then automatically consider your emotions only your issue or something that you can only manage by yourself. So you don't talk with people about it. And I think that society has also played a part in the sense of men not being able to express their emotions because their emotions never really mattered in the first place in the past. That stigma now needs to change because they say men who cry or men who show emotion are weak. It's not really. At the end of the day, it's healthy for your body. If you carry and store these emotions, you're probably gonna die a quick death, in all honesty, through the stress. So it's all about releasing your emotions in the healthiest ways possible so you can be a better person for yourself and those around you. So, I mean, coming back to the toxic trait of working too much. So like if in childhood, expectations were bestowed and placed upon you, one thing is that you would always try and seek validation from that person. If you don't get that validation, you have to go through acceptance of, I'm not going to seek this. I'm not be able to gain this validation from this person, but I accept that I'm good enough and I'm doing enough. So that's a difficult burden to unlock because it's a difficult burden to unlock, because when you are not good enough, you carry that through childhood in every facet of your life. So there'll be always a voice in your head that says you are not good enough, you are not doing this right, you need to do better, you need to do better, and you'll continue to strive and do better. But that voice will continue to be in your mind each and every day, because it's a trauma bond from childhood, and you haven't disconnected from that, where you can accept yourself for who you are, and that you don't need to achieve so much just for the validation of one person. It's toxic. You should be able to validate yourself, accept yourself for who you are, and recognize that no matter what you do in the day, it will always be enough. End of the day, working hard means nothing. You got to work smart, right? If you work hard 37 hours a day, 37 to 40 hours a week, just to seek validation, but you're getting paltry money, that's just stupid. So at the end of the day, everyone has their own definition of, yes, at the end of the day, you have to work smarter. The toxic trait is that when you feel like you've got a lot of money coming in and you don't work so hard, you have more breaks, you work for yourself and you chill out on holiday, that's the toxicity that comes into it. Because in childhood, you were said, in childhood, you said you were not capable, you were not good enough. And that manifests into working so hard and achieving so much. But as time goes on in adulthood, once you unlearn these from your childhood, then it will manifest in a healthy way in your life. No worries, Gobbly Penguin. It is quite late. I'm sorry, it's quite late. I also want to know what time works for you guys, because it was 10:30 and it's quite late. I'm probably going to start doing lives about 6 or 7, 8 o'clock, and at 8 p.m. UK time. And I think that probably would work. And I'm going to try this. And this was quite late. So I'm going to probably try and do this a bit earlier next time. Good to hear you don't have validation no more. That's good. You validated yourself, which is brilliant. You've just got to recognize that validation is a trauma bond, right? And it doesn't mean that it's true that you have to work hard or that you're not good enough, because you are good enough at the end of the day. You've just got to keep reminding yourself of you are good enough no matter what. I simply contribute to the best of my abilities and refrain from seeking assistance and flavors from others. Yeah, absolutely. Just focus on yourself and put yourself first and assist yourself more than anything. I absolutely agree. 7, 8 would be nice to me, but you don't have 2 other subs to think about. So yeah, that's true. I mean, when I went on live, like in the weekend, most of my followers are from India. And I went live about 8, I think. 8, half 8. So I will do that again and make it earlier, because this was 11 o'clock. So that's too late. So I will think about doing this a bit earlier next time. I've got another one around what does it take for men to be, what does it take for to be a man in this world? I will try and see if I can do that earlier, around 7, 8 or 9. And I want to gauge how many people get involved in those and which topics people discuss or people wanted to discuss. Because I think a lot of these topics don't resonate with a lot of people yet, but hopefully I can try my best to be able to get this information out for people who are struggling and recognize that there is help and things can change for themselves. So I'm going to go, guys, but thank you so much to you both for sticking around and having a chat. And I'll be live probably maybe tomorrow and the weekend, or just the weekend. So look out for a live I'll put it on my channel when I'm going to be live. So I hope you tune in and speak then.